In this lecture, we'll discuss the collection runner. The collection runner is included in Postman and facilitates the first step towards automation. It is a useful way to run the entire collection, or if you like, just a subset of it, by selecting a specific folder without any other external tools. The requests will be executed in the order shown in the collection if no other workflow instructions are specified with, for example, set next request. While in Postman, you can easily open the collection runner by clicking the collection you want to run, or by using the menu bar, or selecting from the menu collection runner, or simply by clicking runner. So as you can see, there are a lot of places where you can just start a runner. When you do this, a completely new window will open independently of Postman. In the left panel, you have the possibility, if you haven't already selected, to select a specific collection, or if you have any folders inside a collection, you might just want to run tests inside that folder. In this case, I'm using the collection I previously used, the Trello collection, which has a series of requests. Now, after selecting the collection or the folder, all I have to do is select the environment. I have the possibility of giving a number of iterations. That means how many times the collection should be run. And I will leave it in this case at 1. But in later lectures, I'll show you a trick on how you can use the iterations to actually generate dynamic data when running a specific collection or a specific request. The delay is the interval in milliseconds between each request in your collection run. You can just leave it at 0 milliseconds. It means Postman will not wait at all after sending a request after another. But in case you're dealing with an API that is a bit not so responsive, you can include here any delay that gives you the proper results. You have the possibility of logging responses and requests. You can do that for all the requests, fail requests, or for no request at all. And after running this collection, I will show you exactly how this looks like. And data allows you to select a file. You can, imagine a comma-separated file with a number of values that will be used while running the collection. I'll leave it aside for now because we will discuss iteration and data files in a separate lecture. Last but not least, you have the possibility of persisting any environment variables that were set. So all I have to do now, after selecting the request and checking the environment is set properly, that the number of iterations is okay, and if the log of responses is what I want, I can just click this big blue button, and Postman will start running the collection for you. As you probably noticed, this is much faster than running each individual request manually, and the collection runner actually did it much faster. On this page, I have an overview of all the requests that were submitted. I have the possibility, if I hover over a name, to actually see what was requested, so which is the address that was requested, what were the headers that were sent, but also to check what came back from the API. So this can be especially useful if you have any request that failed. You can much more easily inspect those results there. Nevertheless, if this information is not enough for you, while running the collection runner, you can open the console and you will get there the same information that you have in Postman as well, which allows you to better debug if a certain request is not performing as expected. On the left side, I have different filters. I can just select the tests that were successful, but more useful, I can easily say which are the tests that failed. Here on top, you can easily see how many tests passed and how many failed. So from all of them, only one failed. Just to make sure that this is not the temporary fail, I can easily click the retry button, and then the collection runner will start again and reevaluate and resend all the requests. I can come back anytime to the previous screen that I saw. As you can see here, we are at test results, but I can just go to the collection runner. And on the right panel, I will see all the previous runs that I had. So everything is documented, and if I make any changes, I will be able to see how the results evolved over time. It's important to remember that only saved requests and collections will be available in the collection runner. So just in case you made a change and you haven't saved it in a specific request, the collection runner will not take those changes into account and just run the previous saved version that you have. So make sure you save all the requests before running the collection runner if this is your intent to have them that way. In case I'm not interested in the recent runs or I just want to delete it, all I have to do is to put my mouse over them, and this icon will pop up, which allows me to delete those requests. Playing a bit with iterations, if I select here 2, it will basically start the entire collection 2 times. And you will be able to see that this is the first iteration, and I can switch between the iterations on the right panel here. So now I will see that this is the second iteration. I can still filter after tests that failed. So the interface really makes it easier for you to see what exactly happened. And this is useful. The more assertions and the more tests you have, the more important it is that you have a very good overview of what actually failed, what actually isn't working properly. Another way to get an overview of what happened is to check the run summary. And the run summary will again show you which requests failed for which tests and which test run. So you have here the test runs, and you can see different requests and different tests that actually failed. Once you're done with the collection runner, all you have to do is close the window where the collection runner started, and you will see the other window from Postman which remained opened. As you can see, using the collection runner is quite trivial and provides you with good results. Before continuing to the next lecture, take a few moments and try it out.